Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and finally the continuation of my Road to Tier 10 series. I know somebody asked me on a video I did a couple of days ago when I was continuing this, and well, today. So I'm still in the Indien-Panzer. A bit of a recap, because like I said, it has been quite a while since I've done one of these for various things. I've just been trying to sort of catch up. But I'm in the Indien-Panzer. I'd actually forgotten the format that I did this in, so I went into a round before I did this garage bit. But I only had about 500 XP on this tank, and basically got a daily double of about 3,300 and something on the tank. But so far, all I've got is this first upgrade, which I think got me... what did it get me? Got me the long 88, some new tracks, and a new radio. And I was hoping to at least get this one unlocked, which would get me a new engine, because, I don't know, hopefully it'll make a bit of a difference. 130 horsepower might make a difference. I don't know how big it... well, it's obviously it's going to make a difference. I don't know how big a difference it'll make, but hopefully it'll be a bit quicker. It does feel very sluggish at the moment, but yeah, fingers crossed. I'd like to get that. I think that's probably doable. Depending on what that comes down to, because what will it leave me with to unlock on there? Well, just the gun. Radios are essentially free-ish XP wise, I think. So yeah, it looks like it will just be mostly the gun that I'll be getting for, so it might be doable to get both, to be honest. We'll have to see. And then that would get me into the Leopard PTA, so getting closer to that goal of the Leopard one. But anyway, let's get into the games. Right, so here we are for the first of the replays, and I did actually manage to get it fully upgraded. Well, this one's tier 9 match, before I get on to that. Yeah, I did manage to get it fully upgraded. Not had any outstanding matches or anything particularly amazing damage-wise or anything like that, but just some decent average matches. And ground out the XP I needed to get that 21,000, and I only needed a few more thousand to get it fully upgraded. So I decided, basically, because I've not done one of these for quite a while, and in the interest of speeding it along a little bit, I just used the free XP that I got on there to get it fully upgraded, just to get that 9cm, because that was the only thing that was missing, was the 90mm gun. So I did do that at the end, and I think the last match is my first match with that gun. But I've picked out... well, I've used, like I say, the match with the fully upgraded tank, and I think I've picked the more possibly interesting matches, maybe. Well, I hope you think they're interesting anyway. But I was getting to the point where I really was wanting to get the engine upgrade on this, because it's painfully slow when it's stock. It's like heavy tank speed, and to be honest, it doesn't get much better when it's fully upgraded. I think it goes from power to weight ratio of 11 point something to about 15 point something, which is not too bad. It's round about the same as like a Crafts Panther, Panther 88, that sort of thing. So it's not too bad when it's fully upgraded, but it's not the quickest of tanks. And do you know what? I am actually finding that I'm really enjoying it. It's not an easy tank to do well in, or at least I don't find it an easy tank to do well in. But honestly, I don't know if it would be an easy tank to do well in. But it's got a couple of tricks up its sleeve, and I am enjoying it. I'm starting to enjoy this line again, because I've been not enjoying this line for the last couple of tanks. So I'm glad to be enjoying it again. But one of the things I've noticed about this, I mean, the gun depression is quite good, and you can occasionally bounce the odd shell off your turret, but it's not something you want to rely on. Same with your upper glaciers, not something you want to rely on. But it's got very big tracks, and something I always remembered from a video that I watched last year sometime, not long after I started playing the game. And I think it might have been one of the Mighty Jingles videos. It was it might have been The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, something like... Anyway, one of the videos, and he featured a replay of somebody in the Indien-Panzer, and in that they were basically using the tracks to absorb damage because they're so big. And they're quite thick, actually. You know, they seem quite thick anyway for a medium. Some of the mediums don't seem to be quite as... Anyway, I'm rambling again. But yeah, the tracks are quite large. They cover quite a large portion of the side of the tank, and if you angle it well enough, you can side scrape alright in it, because your tracks will absorb a lot of damage. And I did that in one of the matches earlier, and it was quite effective. Now, this match at the minute, I've taken a bit of a kicking, as you can see. As I came down there, I took a hit from something. I basically forced my way down here. Well, I say forced. I got my way down here to try and do a bit of spotting because there was nothing there. There was stuff sort of behind me. Took a hit on the way down. Took another hit, and then I've just taken a hit then in the turret from something over there, and it's left me on very, very little health. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I have had some alright games in it. I'll stick a couple of the results screens up in a moment shortly. I'm not going to do it right now because unfortunately this is getting towards my untimely demise. But I'm just going to creep round here, try and push forwards. There is a heavy tank coming up on my right. There is a light tank as well. That was a bit of a surprise. Popping around that corner and finding an IS-3 and an STI, and that was a very, very lucky shot on the IS-3. Now at this point, this is the long 88 that's on this, 203 pen, 240 damage. And when it's fully upgraded, you get a 9cm. I mean, an 88 is almost a 90mm anyway, it's only 2mm off. So you don't really gain anything in damage. It's still 240, same as his standard sort of 80, well, long 88, should I say. But your pen goes up to about 212, and you do gain a bit on the premium as well. Sorry, I've just had to take the microphone off so I can have a couple of sneezing fits, and that's why I now sound a little bit bummed up. I am feeling a lot better. I was I don't know, I was going to put this up last night, but I was still just feeling it a bit. And I thought, you know what, I'll just catch up today with it all. I did get this footage yesterday, but I thought I'd just catch up this morning and get it all done, and then I've just started having a sneeze with it. But yeah, it's just down to that bloody thingy, and I've actually been feeling quite well and quite happy, and I don't know what's just set me off sneezing now, but I wish it hadn't. Now that STI, we very, very nearly got him. Between myself, I think there was a heavy or a medium. Unfortunately, he's just taken down a dragon. I think there was, and I wish that one had gone in. That was poorly aimed by myself. I've got to be very, very careful here. And again, poorly aimed, but I took a bounce off my turret from him. And this is where I make my mistake. I misjudge his reload. I think I can get around him, and I can't. And if I'd have had the engine upgrade at that point, there's a chance I would have got around him, but I still misjudged that reload. So that was me done. Don't get too excited by the XP. I did have a couple of ×3s left on the Xbox account, so I just stuck them on. Again, in the interest of speeding it up, because I've not done one of these for a while. But not too bad. Came second in that one, Tier 9 match. It was a win in the end, and I am enjoying it, and I'm hopefully going to improve in it. I feel that I've improved in it quite a bit, but then again, like I say, I've just had sort of pretty average games. Now this one, Tier 8, and it's on Arctic region, and I'll just show you some of the games that I've had in this. Hopefully you'll be able to see those, but I got 2,500 damage in a Confederate in that one. That was the first match in it. 2,000 in that one again. I think that one might have been a Tier 9 again, possibly. Only 1,100 in that one, but that's the sort of thing. Been up and down around anywhere between 1,000 and 2,500 damage has been sort of my average in this. Normally doing a bit less in the higher tier matches, admittedly, but then again, you know, getting used to this tank, figuring it out, and it is very much or it seems to be, at the moment, seems to be more of a supporting medium. I could be wrong on that, and I might, you know, as I figure it out a bit more and playing it more, may change my opinion, but it does seem more of a support tank, mostly because it's not particularly quick. It's not too bad on the manoeuvrability, but it's not particularly quick, and its armour is not great, so you know, it's not something you can really get in there in a lot of the time. Although having said that, I think possibly when I've been top tier I've been playing maybe a bit too cautious. In fact, the next replay I think I did play too cautiously in it. Now with this one, yeah, you can see the team spread. Everybody has gone north. Everybody. Or they've stayed near cap. So I thought, well, do you know what? I'm top tier. It's time to be a hero and go and protect the corner of fail. And unfortunately, in World of Tanks, 9 times out of 10, when you decide that you're going to be a hero, it ends in death. But I'm here anyway. I've got to do something, because if I didn't come down here, these guys would just sweep straight up, and yeah, it'd be straight into our cap. But fortunately, well, I say fortunately, unfortunately, there is a Bert down here somewhere, and he's paying very close attention to me. Fortunately, his accuracy, well, I know Bert got his accuracy nerfed a bit back, and well as made absolutely massive, and has been completely ruined. But anyway, ooh, that was a lucky one. Bouncing and Borsig on the front, that was lucky. But yeah, Bert, I'm not doing too bad at avoiding his shells, and they do have a rapid rate of fire. They do have better accuracy than most arties for the tier, so you know, it's not too savage. That's what I mean with the tracks. Just try and use those tracks to soak up damage, which I did from the Tiger 131. Didn't from the Borsig though, he got one into me. And Bert's hit my tracks as well and got swallowed up. So that is a bit of a trick with this. You don't obviously turn it too much, because, you know, oh, that was close. What is he firing? Did he fire an HE at me then? Or a heat or something, and it got eaten by my tracks? I don't know. I mean, I'm not quite sure. Somebody's telling me to fall back, and to be honest, yeah, I want to fall back. I don't want that Borsig to take me out again. That was very close. I've been trying to get a bit of support from Artie. I've had a little bit of support from Artie. I've got somebody telling me to fall back, and didn't notice the bloody tank trap behind me, so I was a bit like, why can't I go backwards? No, tank trap. But do you know what? Borsig's dead. I'm just going to turn around and drive back now. I think I'm pretty safe to do so, although there's now just a medium and a heavy, but where's the medium? Well, there's the 3 RT as well. And I'm just wondering where that medium has got to. And I was coming back because, well, I'm on very low health. I've been left on very low health after that encounter. And I was just coming back to try and get a nice position where I've got a bit of a ridge that I can try and use the gun depression on. And I was just looking at the map and thinking, where is that medium? And then I thought I might be getting a bit too, yeah, press the wrong button. Not used to the Xbox yet. Keep forgetting with the buttons on the Xbox pad. But yeah, I did wonder where that medium was. It's now popped up. But I was thinking of pushing forwards a bit more, because the team are just pushing around, and why not try and get a bit more damage done? But then I saw it was a T-34-100 on probably about 3/4 health, 2/3 health, something like that. So I thought, you know what, screw this. Back up, get in position, let him come up here. If I get a shot, I get a shot. I do get a shot, but I miss. And he's going for that TD, he's trying to get around him, and he's managed it because he can outmaneuver that T-28. I do get a shot into him then, and the TD manages to get his gun round and take him down, and that's it, that's the match. Not very often you end up going to be a hero in World of Tanks and survive, especially holding a corner on your own or a flank. You know, I've always said, don't try and hold a flank on your own. Sometimes I really think I should listen to my own advice, but occasionally it can work out. It depends on, I think it really depends on the tier, the tank you're in, how confident you are in your abilities. Don't be overconfident though. I'm not particularly confident in mine, and it also depends on what sort of support you've got with Artie. With having 3 Artie, I thought I'm going to have at least some support, and I took the other chance as well, that because recently on that level I've not seen as many people go to the corner of fail, so it was all a risk, but it all came together in the right way and just seemed to work out, which I was very thankful for. Again, nothing outstanding damage wise or anything like that, but I just thought it was an entertaining match to show you, just sort of see what I've been up to. You've seen some of the other results screens that I've had as well, and like I say, that's just how it's been in this. I've done nothing special or outstanding or particularly noteworthy, but I've just had some decent matches in it. You know, just some consistent, yeah, just consistent I was going to say solid gameplay, but I don't think it's particularly solid. But yeah, just some consistently decent games. You know, something that I'd say, yeah, you know, I'm happy with that. I've pulled my weight a little bit. There's been the odd one where I'm not. I think I did one with like 600 damage. It was a tier 10 match, and I just got mobbed. And it was just one of those things again. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong team. Well, yeah, it sometimes happens. Now this is fully upgraded. It did make a difference with the engine upgrade. Like I say, it doesn't make a huge difference, but it takes it from sort of heavy tank slow to heavy medium slow, even though it's not a particularly heavy medium. Your gun mantle's not too bad, but it's not. It's not like some of the tanks in the game where you can really rely on your gun mantle. You know, your tank's got crap armour or very sort of average or mediocre armour, but you can rely on your gun mantle on ridge lines. It's not so much like that. But I do try and use the tracks to soak up damage. In fact, I decide to side scrape here instead. To be honest, something I don't do nearly enough of. I really don't, and most people, a lot of people, don't do nearly enough side scraping. It is just a really useful tactic. But then again, I've lost count of the amount of times I've been side scraping off a corner to great effect, and then some twat. So, you know, I don't swear very often, but sometimes it's deserved. We'll just come and, like, as you pull back to fire, they'll just come and stick the tank in front of you and start just poking out from the corner sideways. Get killed, and that's it. You know, they're either in the way, or you can't do anything, or they'll just come and block you from behind so you can't move backwards, that sort of thing. And, you know, if you see somebody side scraping on a corner and they're doing it to great effect, and by great effect I mean they're actually bouncing shots and dealing damage out to things, don't get in the way. Find another way around. Go, you know, help them in another way. Don't just think mine, 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 like the seagulls from Nemo, and go and shove yourself either in front or behind their tank and block them, and you know, that sort of thing. Just try and you know, I'm not saying everybody does it, but people do it. And in fact, somebody did it to me the other day. I can't think what I was in. Tiger 2. I was side scraping quite nicely off a corner, bouncing a few shots, and somebody just came and stuck. As I pulled back to do it, they just came and stuck the tank in front of me, and then proceeded. And it's like, great, thanks. I didn't notice that you had your name engraved on this corner. I do apologise. Next time I'll check for you know, property rights and everything else, and land deeds before I start side scraping off a corner, because obviously it was yours. You know, yeah, sometimes sarcasm is my usual response. And yeah, it's occasionally why I don't always have a headset on. I'm not always quite as calm as I am when I'm doing these. I don't think I've raged at the TV, or I've raged at it very few times. There's only been a couple of times where I've actually raged at, you know, what something that somebody's done. And I've never really raged because the game has sort of let me down, or I feel that the mechanics are wrong or anything like that. It's, you know, RNG is part of the game. It works for me and against me. I've been saved by mercy rolls so many times, and I've had enemies saved by mercy rolls so many times, and then they've, you know, turned around and killed me, that sort of thing. It's just part of the game. But the very few occasions where somebody in game has got me to the point that I am sort of kind of raging at either their selfishness. It's not normally incompetence. I try and give people the benefit of the doubt up to, you know, up to tier 10 really. You know, they could be new at the game, they could just be having a go, that sort of thing. So I do try and give people the benefit of the doubt most of the way through the game. But occasionally when you're in like tier 9 and 10s and you're seeing that sort of level of complete incompetence, you do get a bit, I'm going to stay away from you. If you're going that way, I'm going the other way, because you're probably going to get me killed. But not always. But no, it's when people are just complete douchebags and they just shove you out of the way, or they just sit in front of you, or just block you. You know, like I say, when you side scrape, they just come and block you in some way. But anyway, there you go. Played very cautiously in that match. Too cautiously, I think, on reflection. And I did think that as towards the end of the game that I played too cautiously. But like I say, I'm enjoying that tank. I'm looking forward to having a few more games in it. And I'm glad I've brought this series back after quite a few weeks away. So there you go. Anyway, we're back later with another video. Good luck in the monster run up. And take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.